Yo, what's up, peeps? Back here with another episode of In the Loop.
In the loop.
Yeah, Tommy here. We got our boy Victor. Big ups to Centric Auto for getting another episode on the air today.
Centric Auto.
And we're going to have some fun.
Yeah, nice. Hey, I got a question for you.
What's that?
Christmas is around the corner.
Oh, God. Empty wallets, bro.
Empty wallets.
Empty wallets is what I got to say.
Well, our parents back in the day would go through the same thing. I mean, think about it. We're doing this, and back in the 80s, parents had our Christmas and would empty their wallets. But the biggest memories, tell me, what is your biggest memories as a childhood during Christmas?
Layaway.
Well, that was your mom would take you to layaway and let you choose.
Let you choose. You can have your Nintendo in about 10 months.
Nice.
My thing was, believe it or not, socks. From my grandmother, every Christmas Eve, I would get socks. And all the other cousins, the male cousins, right, would. So that was always good. I was like, I knew I was going to get socks. And then just hanging out. And then
now how old are you? Like, you were excited. You knew it was socks?
I knew it was socks. I was probably 9, 10. I was just like, okay, my other socks got holes in them. Let's go. You know.
It's always nice to have a fresh pair of socks.
Fresh pair, man.
I got a little sock fetish. Like,
do you?
I have literally 2 or 3 drawers of socks. I probably buy them every 2 months, 3 months. Replace them. You know, if they're a little bit of dirty or anything, like they hit the trash.
Or they become your Sunday socks, a little holy.
No, I literally just throw them away. I got so many socks, you know. But yeah, I get you.
That and the food, of course, when you get older. Grandmother making the menudo, the tamales. That's always been the huge, because I'm a big guy now, the big thing that I look for when it comes to Christmas Eve, the atole too. And I don't know if you know what atole is. Of course, you know what atole is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So atole is like a dessert kind of creamy, and it has tapioca pudding in it, or tapioca the bolas, the balls in it, and delicious, like a dessert, right? So that was really good. It's warm. It's super cozy for a Christmas Eve.
Nice. And who was the main cook at your house?
My grandmother. Yeah, she's grandmother does it all.
Nice. Was she Mexican?
She's Mexican. Actually born in Arizona, but all the family is from Mexicali, moved back to Mexicali, and then came back over here.
Pops still around?
No. We lost Pops in June.
Oh man, I didn't hear about that. Yeah. You know, you don't know this, but I met your dad.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Shut up. A lot of my friends will say that, like, you know, when I put out the announcement that he had passed, a lot of my boys, even you remember Jonathan, aka Rat?
Yeah.
He worked with him a lot of times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Where'd you meet my dad at?
Through your sister.
Okay.
We were at a car show. No, it wasn't even a car show. It was more like a car picnic. Like all the car people got together.
Okay.
And your sister was like, "Yeah, my dad's here. He's here." You know, and he showed me him.
Oh, he had some Laker gear on.
Oh, definitely. I think he had both.
Yeah.
I remember he was in a Laker tank top.
Okay.
You know, like a purple thing. So
okay.
You know, so yeah, I got to meet him.
That's kind of where I get my wardrobe from too. I don't know if you guys can tell.
Laker Raider.
I always got a hat on. You know, like you saying that you have you buy too many socks.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So my problem, hats. I have so many hats. Probably close to 50 or 60.
I probably have about 30, and it's funny, I don't really wear them.
No?
You know, in the summertime, I'll buy one and like, oh, cool, and I'll sport it for like 2-3 days, and then before you know it, it's just sitting.
Yeah. Yeah, I keep telling my friends I'm going to have to answer to God for all these hats and only one head. I mean.
When you pass away and they have the estate sale.
I don't know. I got a size 8 head, man, and I don't know if anybody can fit in my hats.
And at the estate sale, all the kids are gonna go nuts. Like, look at this, look at hats. Yeah. at my house, they're gonna go nuts over the Pendletons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hey, so tell me, the toys. I mean, the Christmas time. It was always like, you know, you get up. Well, for us, I mean, we changed a lot. As we were older, we opened presents at midnight. But when
Yeah.
I was young, it was in the morning. It was like you woke up in the morning, and then all of a sudden, the whole tree was full of toys. That
Yes.
wasn't there the night before. Let's talk about the toys. Like, what memory? Do you have one memory that just pops out of your mouth with a specific toy?
Matchbox toys. The cars.
Oh man.
Matchbox.
Hey, how old are you?
How old am I? I'm gonna be 45 next month.
Okay, so I'm 2 years older than you. So, Matchbox, yeah.
Yeah, little race cars, and you can build a little race setup, little race track, and a little connect, and just big old track, and you just boom. They got a little machine too where they would just push them and everything. I remember that, and I remember my Tonka trucks.
Matchbox. I mean, that's. Do you remember Micro Machines?
Micro machines.
Oh man.
I love those, but I would always lose them.
Oh yeah.
They'd be gone.
I never lost mine.
Because I would bury my stuff. I'd make like tracks in the dirt and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember the Matchboxes. I would, say you had 10 out, and then I had replacements. So if I had a double on a specific car,
Right.
I would get a hammer and I'd smash it. And so I'd be driving my normal car in these little hills and roads that we would make, and like you said,
Yeah.
in the dirt tracks, and then I'd do a pretend crash, fly up in the air and land all funny and everything, and then I'd switch it out for the one that's hammered out.
Yeah.
And it was
And you're just like,
a crash.
You were producing then already, bro.
Oh yeah.
I know. I love that stuff, having multiple ones, because you can pretend like that, and then everyone would survive in the car that horrible crash. You'd be like, we all lived.
Go get your dad's gasoline and light one on fire.
Oh, dude, I never did that.
Oh.
You did that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
How big was the fire?
It was small. It wasn't nothing crazy.
No fire extinguisher needed to get it out.
Just the car that had crashed.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, it could have got dangerous. I was a kid, but I never had issues.
Yeah, and riding bikes. I remember having a new bike one time I got a BMX when we lived in Westminster in LA. I remember waking up and there was a new BMX black bike, and I was so stoked. Super happy right away. We had a little cul-de-sac, so which right away went, and my best friend was right across the street, or right across the driveway. Go for rides. Rides. Take it all the way down to the park. Even there, we got to the point where we can just, here, Mom will give us some money, and then we'll just go through the park, and then there was a little liquor store right there. And you remember those big icy like pops, Otter Pops?
Otter Pop.
You would have to cut the guy at the we'd have to cut the top off. So we'd go get those and ride right back to the house. My favorite thing was having a bike in LA there. I was get to ride everywhere.
Do you remember the brand?
The what?
The brand of the bike.
It was BMX.
BMX?
Yeah,
Okay.
BMX. Either BMX or Huffy. One or the other. Yeah.
I think I had a BMX. It was black and gold. I still remember receiving it. I do have the memory.
Yeah.
But the memory's like in like SD, not even HD.
Yeah.
And it looks like 1970.
1970.
It's all foggy.
It's super foggy.
But I remember, I was, a little kid, and so the BMX seemed like huge on me.
Yeah.
It's like I could barely get on there on my tippy toes and ride out.
But you were stoked.
Oh yeah, I was stoked.
It was the best thing in the world. For a kid to have a bike, it was a sense of freedom. You can go anywhere.
Yeah.
Even you felt like you were going a long way, but your parents were like, oh, they're just down the block. But to me, I felt like I was exploring the world. I'm like, see ya.
My memory on my bikes, I want to say it was up there. I mean, I got this when I was 8, 9. So like I said, tiptoeing on there. But once I got older, man, we were going across town.
Yeah.
Like, I remember me and my best buddy at the time was Sam, and we'd wake up and Mom and Dad were like, where are you guys going? And, and I made up like,
nowhere.
No, I'd be like, I'm going to go collect cans. You know what I mean? So I'd take a bag with me to officially collect cans, and me and Sam would just take off, and we would go dumpster diving looking for a few cans, but we were just more for the ride.
Yeah.
And this was in Modesto, so I lived in North Modesto, and then before we would ride all the way to Turlock, to Empire. It's like make a big old circle, and then right when the sun would hit, which that's when everybody had to be home, we barely make it home. You know, we were there. We hit the arcades and everything,
Oh
you know,
yeah.
on the way over there. But yeah, there's strong memories of bike riding and long bike rides. It wasn't
Yeah.
short bike rides. It was long bike rides.
Yeah. When it seems like nobody can do that nowadays. Because then you're gonna have to recharge your bike. Everyone has e-bikes now.
No, forget the recharge of bike. They're like, my battery's low on my phone. I can't live without it.
Oh, the phone. The phone. We let the guy or my son use his phone when he has his e-bike. Because then we can track his location where he's at. But it's just like, seriously, you gotta have a phone on your bike now. We couldn't just let him go like what I did when I was young. Just mom was like, "See ya," you know. I mean, they just maybe just like.
Well, I was thinking about that the other day. Like, you know, when we take off on our bikes and wouldn't show up till nighttime, like our parents didn't know where we were. You know, it's not like, hey, call me, son, when you... Well, yeah, I do remember, like, you know, getting on a payphone and calling home, hey, mom, I'm over here.
Yeah,
this and
yeah.
that. But it's not like now, like, you know, you can track your kid the whole way through.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
We got our eyes and well, just our eyes on you all the time, no matter where you go.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, these kids nowadays, they need their phone not for the tracking, but they just need their phone. They can't live without it.
Well, and then schools making them do all their work on phones too and iPads. You know, so I don't know, man. I was just you're out like the song say. We're out till the street lights came on, right? Like that's how I was, man. You know.
Well, we lived in an era of freedom, I want to say. You know, we didn't have to check our phones. We didn't have to check in with our household, you know, and we were just riding and enjoying the ride like, oh, look, it's over here. Or you're heading one area and Sam just takes off to the right and you follow him. And I remember we were behind stores that we never been at, you know, and neighborhoods we never been at, you know, and you're just cruising, like looking, enjoying.
You find a dirt road and you're all, look at, I found this dirt track, let's race around. And all of a sudden you're just like turning something that you've never been to into a wonderful experience with you and your buddies.
And that's the experience, is not having a phone. That's where you find. Sometimes I get upset when I'm, you know, driving with Teresa and she's on her phone and her head down the whole time as a passenger. And I'm like, you know, put that phone away, you know, and enjoy what I'm enjoying. Look at the mountains of San Marcos as we, you know, pass them up or wherever we're at.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it's a different experience from our childhood to the now childhood. And then Rodney showed up with his mongoose.
The mongoose.
Yeah, and we're like, my bike's not that cool no more.
No. I gotta put my bike in the garage. And then you're asking parents for another one. You're like, I need to be as cool as that guy. Is that what it is? Maybe like when times changed and everyone's like, well, we just have to adapt. We have to be just as cool as that person. Or I need, because I remember I always wanted it when Nintendo came out and I knew friends had Nintendo. I gotta have it.
You got it 2 years later?
Probably layaway. On the layaway, man. Kmart.
That I remember that Christmas that we got Nintendo.
Yeah.
And of course the package with the Mario Kart, or not Mario Kart, Mario Brothers and the Duck Hunt.
Yeah, the Duck Hunt.
When we got that, it was over. We plugged it into our, you know, little wooden TV, you know, back then, and you know, presents everywhere and wrappings everywhere, and wearing our pajamas, and we start playing right away.
Oh yeah.
You know, and we were done, just there for hours.
Hooked officially. You know, like Nintendo's got us for life now. I know. It's fun though. The only one I don't like on Super Mario is the number 2, Mario 2. I'm not a fan of that one, but 1 and 3, Smash Brothers. I took care of it.
Well, you must have been rich because Mario, that's it. Mario 1 is all I had, and Duck Hunt.
No, let me tell you how I got Mario 3. I never had number 2. Number 2, I'd play at other people's houses, right, when we go over. And that's when I was like, oh, I hate it. But number 3, I won from a pack of Oreo cookies.
What?
So Oreo cookies had this promotion that you get it, there's a little play card in there, and you got to match it up. And if Mario hits the flag at the end, like he would at the end of each world, then you send your proof of purchase in, and they send you the game. Oh, dude, it matched up. I was so stoked. You should have seen me. I was jumping up and down. Sent it in. Next thing you know, 2 or 3 weeks later, how the mail used to run then. Next one, I got Mario 3.
Now you're Oreo faithful? Or are you still looking for that prize?
I want to win another game. I want a PS5 now.
I remember I went to a neighbor kid house, a little Asian kid, and we would go after school, and he would play Zelda.
Ooh,
and when I say he, because I don't know what was going on, it was kind of weird. Like you're going left, right. It was all new, you know. But I remember he would play, and I would just sit there and watch.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But that was some advanced money.
Advanced money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that Zelda. Remember, it would come with a gold cartridge, like a game cartridge. It used to be gold, and you're like, oh, look at that. There's an extra $20 you have to pay for that one.
Mm-hmm.
I miss the board games, man. Like Candyland.
Yeah.
Monopoly. Does anybody play Monopoly? There's like 15 versions of Monopoly.
We have like 20 board games at the house. I'm just not into it. Like even as a kid, I don't really think I was into it. Teresa loves them, and that's why she has them. Isaac and Teresa play all the time as kids and nowadays, and they want to pull out, you know, during things at the house, get-togethers. But I just didn't see it, you know.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather be outside playing with my GI Joes.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Did you have GI Joes?
I had GI Joes. I had a little bit. My main thing when I was smaller, young man, was He-Man the Destroyer.
I had the castle.
Yes, yes. He-Man the Destroyer. I had the cat that he would ride on. I forget that cat's name, but it came in multiple colors, and I got the purple suede cat for He-Man to ride on. Oh, remember you used to get these our pop guns, the ones we used to shoot, not the cap guns. Cap guns. Well, one of the He-Man's action figures was made where you can put a cap ring in the back of him, and then like every time he would hit, it would pop, and the smoke would come out the backside of his action figure. That was my favorite. He-Man was probably everything I got, and then Thundercats.
Thundercats.
You don't remember Thundercats, bro?
I think I remember. It was like a robot thing too.
No, it was a cartoon, and it was it was like I believe there were like animals. Like one was a tiger, but it was in like in human shaped form, and they would be like Thundercats, oh, and it was like a sword. Oh, you got to go back and watch Thundercats.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah.
It sounds familiar. I have to take a look and see what it
And then
looks like.
Thundercats was my thing. I got those action figures too.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
My main action figures, I had the He-Man, and I think I just had a handful. I didn't have like the whole set, but I had a handful. But that was like later. My main was those little army plastic.
And they came in a big bucket.
Yeah. And it was just, it had a flat bottom and just had one position, they're all green. And I would have war with those.
Nice.
I would hang them on the fence, and there's, 20 guys up here, 20 guys at the bottom, get a string, go to the garage and look for string so they can slide down.
Well, yeah, because some of them would be stuck like this.
And the same thing, we're digging holes and digging little caves. And, when you would stick your hand in the dirt, or you create a hole under the dirt and create that little cave.
And when you finally break through, you're all, dig, you're all, oh wait, I failed. At a young age, we started filling the hole with the finger. Oh, man.
And so, I mean, that I love those because it was characters.
Right.
50 characters against 50 characters, and your brain's just like creating this war. And once again, in your head, you're hearing the Blues Brothers.
Does anybody do that anymore?
I think so. If you look at videos, these kids are really like into it. They're using their cameras now and doing exactly what we did, but now animating it. I don't want to say animate, like editing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
like live action.
Okay. It's pretty cool. You should check it out. They have some. Those are the kids that are gonna have some imagination.
Yeah, you gotta work the brain. Did you have anything like musical for Christmas? Like, did you ever get any instruments? Was there like somebody in your family that always brought out like a guitar or something?
Yeah, my dad is a guitar player. So my family's huge into instruments. My twin sister plays easy 16 instruments. 16 instruments
Wow.
fluently. She writes. She can read music.
Yes.
Instructor, like everything. So my older sister, she's a pianist, and once again, she's a teacher. She teaches, reads, and everything, and she's a vocalist too. So she teaches people how to sing and use the voice and everything. My dad, like I said, he's a guitar player. My mom sung in church, so she was a singer. I got an old record where my mom sang, back in, I want to say in the 70s or 80s. It's an actual
nice
LP record. So there was always music. It's growing up. There was always a piano in my house. My sister was always playing stuff. Me myself, I became a drummer.
Okay.
So I played the drums. So like I said, there was just always music. As far as gifts and drumming, I didn't even know when I got my first drum. So I don't think I got a gift as a musical instrument. Oh, I played saxophone in junior high. In junior high, I was like...
that's when you were trying to get dates, man. You're like, what's the most sexiest instrument I can play? The sax.
No, it's just, my parents were into music and they wanted me to get into music. My dad got me a saxophone and there you go. 7th grade, I think it's 6th or 7th grade where they start introducing music. You can actually, go to a music class in your school. And I remember I was good. I was second chair. Ooh,
that is good.
For people who know about music, I was second chair.
That's really good.
And then this little girl who's first chair, her name was Allison. I think the junior high was called Summit Junior High. I think it was there in Modesto.
Okay.
And this little girl, she decided to move. So
and your first chair is mine.
First chair was mine. And then I did, I think 7th and 8th grade. Then when I got into high school, 9th grade, I was in Mexico for the summer.
Yeah.
And so I was gone for the 2-3 months. And when I came back, they had like, I want to say like band,
now they got
tryouts, band tryouts. So I missed it.
Uh-oh.
So now I was last chair because I missed it because everybody did the tryouts.
Right.
Did their 1, 2, 3, best people up there, and I was the last chair. I quit. I didn't quit. I just didn't try.
You're just like, okay.
And I was like, dude, how am I gonna be last chair?
Yeah, I'm done. Well, music, I think, like playing outside when we were young is just important for the mental brain development that every kid needs, man. My children play instruments. My son, he can drum. He plays the French horn. So, and everywhere we go, like, your kid plays the French horn? Man, that kid can get into some colleges with that French horn.
Mm-hmm.
He does piano, and we have a piano in the house as well, too. Now my little guy is totally playing the piano now. Like, just hearing little melodies, and he's starting to pick it up. And then my lady and her family, they play instruments and sing. And my wife, she sings in the praise band at church.
Mm-hmm.
So music is a big part too as well. So I like that. We do need to get outside more. I mean, I miss going like places, digging in dirt, cleaning up the kids a little more. But everything has been so simplified with the electronics. Even for parents, we just go, well, I need a break. These kids are on their iPads and stuff. Well, let me just take a little break here for myself. And I think we get a little selfish with that, and we want to change more of that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, you got to get them dirt gifts or something like that. Something that's gonna engage them into going outside and doing things.
Yeah. And I need to
get them a gun, a real gun.
How about for Christmas we just get like a pound of dirt and throw it in the backyard? my backyard is there's a lot of rock. It's hard to dig back there, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard dirt back there. So, but because I remember that my mom said she used to take my shorts when I was younger, and I had to pull rocks out. I would just collect rocks in my pocket all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I wish my kids did that now too.
Mm-hmm.
If my son collects anything, he collects it in a big amount, and I'm like, man, dude, we don't need 20 pounds of this.
How old is your son?
He's 12.
He's 12. Okay.
Yeah, and then the other one is 5 years old.
Well, 12 is that age where you start going around on your bike.
Yeah.
and hitting the street. You know,
E-bike.
He got his e-bike.
He's got an e-bike.
Mm.
He's got an e-bike. We don't let him go far though, and that's what's messed up. Like we were talking earlier. Like as a kid, Victor's going everywhere, driving to another or riding bikes to
At
other
12,
towns.
I was across town.
See,
I was across town.
and like me and my lady were like, we want to let him do that.
Mm-hmm. Well, it should be. I mean, that's fear. That's 100% fear. But I mean, you have his phone. You know, but does he have a phone?
He does have a phone.
Okay, so, you're done. You can track him.
Yeah.
You know,
it's him we trust.
Mm-hmm.
That's everybody.
I remember Teresa. I mean, when Isaac was around that age and starting to go out with his high school friends, and he'd go out and do something and send him, and Teresa would send him a picture of Jesus and says, "God's watching you."
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't do it. Be a good
Mm.
kid. But it's fear and
it's parents' fear. It's my fear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared because I don't trust the guy. And then what you do when you move into a new community. I go, where's the registered sex offenders live? You're like, oh crap, there's one 15 blocks down that way. You're like, no, you can't go over there.
Okay, there's a gift for your son. Get him a little knife, a little pocket knife.
Oh yeah, he's got one coming. My daughter's fiance, when we went to Indiana, he bought him. He asked me, he's like, hey, can I buy him a little blade, a little pocket knife? I'm like, of course you can. So that's coming in the mail. So I'll let him take that with him.
Pocket knives are huge in my family.
Yeah.
All the kids had them by they were 10. By the time they were 10, they already had pocket knives.
Oh, I had one.
Christmas time, we're all opening boxes, and then one of the girls was like, does anybody got a knife? Like 10 different people like pulling out knives. I think my dad told me one time that I got him 2 knives as a kid because, I'm assuming I wanted a knife, but I didn't have permission, so I bought him a knife for an occasion. And he says that I got him into knives, but everybody has a pocket knife inside their pockets.
You got one on you right now?
No. That's why I checked right now. So.
And then remember we got all crazy with the butterfly knives.
Oh yeah.
We watched too many movies.
Mm-hmm. My mattress was full of holes because it would land.
You drop it?
It would drop. Yeah. Are those illegal?
I thought they were.
I don't know how I had them.
I know switchblades were.
Yeah.
Because then you just, what up, Bones? We used to buy one where it would look like a switchblade. And I don't know. I feel like somebody that we know probably did that. It sounds like an exit thing would probably do. And click it open, it'd be a comb.
Oh, yeah. I want to say, I don't own any switch knives.
No, I don't either.
I wouldn't say I own about 4 of them.
Liar.
Yeah, they're 100% illegal.
Yeah, they are. Right?
Yeah. But they're legal in other states.
Okay.
I think Texas. I mean, they used to be illegal, but they're like, why is it illegal?
It's just a knife.
Well, it's not that too. It's for protection too.
Yeah.
You should be able to protect. You can protect yourself with the gun. Why can't you protect yourself with something less lethal?
You just can't. You can't. Can you drive with your gun in the trunk? I think.
Here in California, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's in your trunk, and then the magazine's gotta be like separated, so it's gonna be like in your glove compartment.
In Indiana, you could ride around with that thing on your lap. I'll tell you that.
Texas, you can just hold it.
See?
Are you saying that you want to get your kid a gun?
Dude, I would love for each one of my family members to have a gun. Shoot a gun. My kid shot one in Indiana when we were there. Couple of rifles, a couple of handguns, and that was his first time shooting. And I was super stoked for him, but he was afterwards he was fired up. He's like, "This is the coolest thing ever." He had my daughter save the shell caps for him, or the bullet caps, and they're gonna send him over to him because he wanted to keep them. I'm like, we can't take that on the plane, bro.
Yeah.
We'd be like, there's lead all over you. What's going on? So, but he loved it. I love shooting. And it's just safe.
Yeah. My son's military, so he has tons of guns and all kinds of rifles and stuff. Me, I'm not into it. Just for the protection. Maybe sport, that'd be fun, but I just never really looked for purchasing a gun. I don't need to protect my house.
Yeah.
Like, you want to come rob me? like, dude, go for it. You know,
Yeah.
that's what the insurance is for. You
Right,
know,
right.
take everything. You know, take the wife.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I don't care about the stuff that's in my house, but it's if you're gonna mess with my family, you're gonna have a hard time. You know.
Yeah, but when it comes to guns, someone wants to rob something, like, dude, like, go for it. Like, I'm gonna leave. You know.
Right.
You know. You wanna carjack me? Take the car. Like, you know. I'm not. You know, why am I gonna pull out a gun to maybe get shot at? You know, it's like, dude, it's just material things.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
And then, I mean, who's really gonna rob some big old guy with a beard coming out? Like, oh,
nobody. You be
you know what I
dumb.
mean? You know, so
You be dumb. I remember. Did you ever have a BB gun?
yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. I got pellet guns and rifles
Okay.
at the house, and I got like 6 of them. And me and my nephews and my dad loves them. And you know, we're all, you know, holidays come and we're in the backyard competing. You know.
You'll shit your eye out, dude. We would have wars, man, with each other with little BB guns. Me and my cousins, we go out there and shoot each other. You go, what? Go run, you know. Oh, dude, we didn't care. My mom would tell me stories too. Her brothers, they used to go and, well, the brother used to go around and shoot my mom all the time. My poor mom, you know. But dude, I remember BB guns. I got shot by one too when I was walking home from school. I didn't even know it, you know. But yeah, BB guns were fun. I love BB guns. My son has one. He loves it. It's all airsoft now, right? It's all controlled with CO2. And
Oh yeah.
They really come out now and fire at you. But yeah, I mean, I'm all about the safety. Make sure you're doing it right. But I don't want to hurt nobody. Stay away from my house.
Yeah. So back to the Christmas stuff and toys. Yeah, like those were the best moments. You know, I wonder if our kids are gonna have those type of memories. I have to ask Isaac, and he's already 27. The last podcast I was saying he was 25, 26, and then Teresa's like, no, he's 27, Victor.
Yeah. Now you gotta go back and edit all that stuff. Way to go, Dad. We don't remember. We get to a certain age and we're like, oh, you're 25? My bad, kid.
I don't even remember my age.
No.
You know.
No. My lady, she was asking me the other day, and she's like, it's like, oh yeah, your birthday's coming up. How old are you gonna be? And I'm like, 45. And she goes, no, you're gonna be 46. I'm all, honey, I'm gonna be 45. And she's like, no, well, how old am I? And I'm all, baby, you're 45. She goes, I thought it was 46. And
Man.
then AGE, it's a new diagnosis out there. I suffer from AGE, and it's just a thing.
All right, here goes a toy.
What's up?
Transformers.
Oh, more than meets the eye?
Did you have any of those little tigers?
I did. I did. If you didn't have a Transformer, you weren't a real little boy.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
I got a Transformer camera.
A what?
It was weird. It was just it was the regular camera, and then the somehow the arms would attach, and there were the tigers, and the legs were attached.
Right.
So it would like transform into a camera, I think.
Okay.
And then when you would break it apart, like to do its thing, then it would be the bot.
Right.
You know. So
yeah, I had the tall one where you would put the legs were the tiger.
No plastic. It was all metal.
It was all metal. Everything back then was metal. Even the little cars. I still have a bunch of cars from back in the day, man. They survived everything.
There's a car that I started collecting. It's called Tootsie Toys, and it's before our time.
Yeah, I never heard of that.
But when I was 18, 19, I ran into those and I started collecting those. But
cars?
It's a Tootsie toy, and it's basically a sheet of metal, a flat metal, and they just imprint the shape of the car.
Okay.
And it's just one axle with 2 little rubber wheels.
Well, that's really cool.
I'll try to throw a picture up on that. So I got right now 50 of those at the house, you know, that I collect.
What's big at my house, and I remember this growing up, were Legos. Everyone loved Legos. But nowadays Legos are like, you could do like the Minecraft forest Lego with 10,000 pieces.
Yeah, Mute Israel, he was into Legos a lot.
Was he?
You know, but I just didn't have the patience.
Yeah, that takes a long time. My kid will sit there on the take over the whole dinner table and be like, all right, you got to be finished, man, or clean up before we have dinner time. This dude's sitting there and you're like, you don't want to take him off. He's halfway done. You know, let's.
Well, once again, my generation too, it's like, you know, you start your Legos. If I had Legos, I don't remember, but then you would get, is Victor home? can Victor come out and play? It's like, oh, boom, let's go.
See ya.
You know what I mean? So
Leave everything on the
I
table.
wasn't really into Legos.
No.
I never got into it.
No, I like the Legos were pretty cool. And okay, here's another. And I don't know, you don't know do board games, but tell me if you guys love this one. I love this game, Operation.
Oh, I didn't even consider that a board game.
Okay, so it's not a board game.
No,
Okay.
we would play that all the time.
Because I was never bored when I played it, but I love that game.
Yeah, that was
I
fun.
think that's what made me want to be a nurse when I grew up.
Oh yeah,
No, just kidding.
you want to take out that wishbone?
The wishbone, the money. Wasn't there a money one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and taking people's money.
Yeah.
Man, you were a gangster back then.
I was like, give me that cash.
That was fun, and everybody always wanted to play that. And I think it was just more competition of like, I'm next. You got buzzed. I'm next.
Yeah, we just wanted to get buzzed. Yeah.
Was that the one that little red nose would?
Yeah,
like,
little red nose.
Yeah.
And we I swear up and down it shocked us on purpose, 100% of the time. That's why they made it. So they're like, I could see some guy going, then we can shock the kids if they hit the edges.
Well, it wasn't a real shock. It was just a buzz sound.
It was like, zzz.
Yeah, but they need to make an adult version now.
Are they?
No, they should.
Oh, they should.
Where we actually get shocked.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do that where you have to like pin a ground wire to your hand so you don't die.
Yeah.
I love that game. That game was good.
Yeah.
Okay, so a game that I loved to play back in the day was handball.
Mm-hmm.
But like with the handball with the big dodgeballs, like we used to call them low riders.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, I don't know, maybe you're too old for this. If you remember handball and you go rainbows, where somebody would hit the ball hard against the wall and it would go really high up in the air, you can run underneath it and call a rainbow, and then the other guy had to get it. You never played that back in the day?
No, I don't think anybody did. I mean, I think that was something that Tommy made
That
up.
was just a Vista Crestview elementary thing.
So it's not dodgeball, but it's called handball.
It's handball.
And it's a bigger ball.
It's a bigger ball. It's not like the little blue ones like they do in the pintos. But it's a bigger ball, and you would hit it, and then you can do cool things. So like where you let it drop a little more, then hit it low, and it would skid and hit the wall. But it would only bounce once and hit the wall. If not, it was illegal.
Yeah, never played that one. Dodgeball, 100%.
This kid was in school detention. He couldn't go play dodgeball or handball. You played dodgeball.
Dodgeball played.
Okay.
Hey, but nobody plays dodgeball no more. It's like schools don't allow it.
Because they were worried they're gonna get hit and cry.
Yeah, maybe, or hurt supposedly. Injuries. Like, how do you get hurt on the softball?
I don't play that, man, because I'm not fast. I'd be first out all the time. See ya. Okay, I never wanted to play anyway.
I used to jump up, do the splits in the air, and the ball would go through underneath my.
Dang.
Do a spin, and.
Did you just spin right now? He just spinned right now. He's like,
Dodgeball was dope. I think that's one of the. You anticipated, like in recess, like you're in class and like, okay, and you run out to the dodgeball area, like let's play.
And then in middle school they started getting soft on us and making the balls like squishier, so they're not that leather like ball that we used to use. Now they're really squishy, and then guys started squeezing it and throwing it even harder. Oh, I remember that.
Those were the days.
Yeah, those are the days. People get soft nowadays, man. If we were back then again now, like with just like the same, hey, if the kid falls, he falls. Like I used to be super worried about my kid getting hurt, and then somebody told me, he was like, you gotta let him go. You gotta let him climb the tree, quote unquote, climb the tree tall enough to break an arm, but not high enough to break a neck. So I was like, all right, your kids are gonna get hurt, man. Let them get hurt. Let him get hurt.
And you still don't want to let him go.
On the e-bike?
On the e-bike, yeah. Like, I need to be able to see you.
Yeah.
I don't see you no more. Dad, I'm only 2 houses down.
Text me right away.
How old is your daughter?
She's 25. 25, and I got a grandbaby.
That's right.
Mr. Wyatt.
So she's not on an e-bike. She's probably in a real car now.
She's in a real car, and she's got car seat and everything.
Were you just as strict as her with her?
Yes, probably even more so. I'm probably more lax with my boys now than I was with her. Because with her, she was my girl, my daughter.
Your first.
No. Stay away from those boys. To the point where I was probably too much, to where when she got older, like No Instagram, no nothing. Oh,
No,
she
no.
had that stuff on the side.
Now she's on a podcast. My dad was so strict.
I know.
Mm.
I couldn't do anything. That's why I left to Indiana.
Oh, she's over there now.
She lives in Indiana. Yeah.
Nice. Her husband and all. Kids, grandbabies.
Oh, dude, they had a tornado run through their house.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yes, you wanted to go to Indiana?
I told her no, and they didn't have time to get into somewhere safe, so they just like held it out there. And they were like, ah. So they're in the middle of construction still, man, trying to get stuff fixed over there.
Tell her, just come back home.
She misses it here. She loves the beach. Yeah, she's.
Tell me more stories about Christmas. And let's think about things of Christmas time. Trees were always up. Presents were always up. The food. We had 2 freezers. Well, we had the regular fridge, and then we had an outside freezer, like the tall one. Looked like a fridge, but it was a 100% freezer.
Right.
My mom would cook so many cookies. So many cookies that she would, like a month before, she would bag cookies, and that whole freezer was full. From top to bottom, from different types of cookies, and so. And of course, me and my dad, when she starts cooking, we're dipping in there. So she put that into consideration too, that we're, everybody's dipping during that month to February.
They're going to the freezer to get some cookies.
Oh yeah, but she would, back then, and I don't see it as much now, but back then everybody would gift each other like cookie plates and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so she was always making cookie plates for her coworkers, for the neighbors, for friends,
Yeah.
And slowly that whole fridge would just start disappearing. And then Christmas would come, we'd have a Christmas meal at the house. We had a whole table, just tons and tons of cookies, and then people, guests that would come over, family and others that would take cookies home by the bag loads. But it was an abundance. I mean, just an abundance amount of cookies that were in the freezer. It was a lot. It wasn't like what you think, but it was all giveaways.
Oh my God, cookies are so delicious. Are they the ones with the little Hershey kiss in the middle of it?
Oh yeah. Oh. I think it's like a peanut butter with the Hershey kiss. Yeah. My go-to is peanut butter balls.
Peanut butter balls?
Yeah, it's a little ball with like a peanut butter type filling. And
anything peanut butter is bomb.
And then they dip it into like chocolate, so the little balls.
Oh, my mother-in-law makes a peanut butter haystack. You know what those are? So it's like a crunchy something on the outside, but it's just like peanut butter, and then she dips it, and it's so good. So good.
You should rename it. Haystack sounds kind of dry.
But it looks like a haystack.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It probably has a real name, and you're just calling it a haystack.
Well, that's what she would call it.
Oh yeah.
I was like, one of those yummy haystack things.
No, have some haystacks. What?
Yeah. I need some. I'm thirsty now. I need some atole. One fun thing we would do with my in-laws at Christmas, we used to do it, and we're trying to bring it back, is bingo. Bingo was fun. And bingo, the ball, everything, we would have the whole setup. And all the kids and all the parents would play, right? And everyone would bring gifts for it. So then it's your turn. And then with the game of bingo was we were allowed to steal the gifts, right? So like if you got like a cool barbecue set and I won bingo, it was my turn for me to either pick a prize from the table and open a new gift, or take Victor's barbecue set, then I could. And you can only steal the thing 2 times. The third time it got stolen, it was closed. You had to keep that gift.
So it's a bingo version of the elephant.
Yeah.
The white elephant game.
The white elephant game.
That's interesting. That sounds fun.
It was really fun. And it would be funny because there would be some, you take a gift, one of the kids started selling the gifts from each other, and then crying would all break out. You're like, no, but I wanted that. There was some politicking in between. But
you got the girl gift. You're like, no, mom.
Then the married couples, like me and my wife would be like, hey, I really want that over there. Okay, so you steal that, and I'll take that. And so we started getting really competitive in it all. But I love that, and I was hoping we can bring it back, man. We got to bring it back. We haven't played that in a while.
Yeah, the Mexicans have a loteria. Hey, dude, my Christmases are huge. Let me tell you why. My mom has 11 brothers and sisters.
Oh my God!
So that means I have 11 tias and tios, and then their other half, which is their husbands and all that
Right.
stuff. Average kid count, cousins is 4 times 11.
So how do you give out gifts? Does like everybody just give gifts to everybody and it's like a go out, or do you guys put them in a hat and pick names?
Yeah, we usually put it in hats and do that type of thing, but usually it's just a free for all. Everybody brings their own gifts for their own kids, and and that's really it. Not really like gifting everybody else kids, that type thing.
Okay, so then you have like,
There's all kinds of ways. My dad used to bring gifts for everybody.
okay,
For all my cousins. But remember, my cousins are my age now, so
Yeah.
now they don't get gifts.
Yeah,
you get a high five.
Yeah, what age does that start happening? When you don't get gifts anymore?
15.
Now?
15? No, yeah,
15?
15. I would say. Not as I'm talking about like cousin gifts, like
Okay,
like you go to your cousins,
Yeah, you don't get it anymore.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah.
And then let me tell you how many brothers and sisters my dad has.
Oh goodness.
Take a guess.
Well,
12.
I was gonna say 11.
12.
Damn.
So it's a big family on both sides. My mom's side were more of the get together. My dad's, they're spread out everywhere, so it's tough.
Yeah.
And it's even the relationship stuff, because they're in Chicago, Texas, Arizona. It's a long distance relationship.
When was the last time you guys all got together?
My grandfather's funeral.
Okay.
So we're all there, and it's good to see them.
Yeah.
They're good people, and sometimes this last time, and I'll go years without seeing them. And I sit down and talk to them, and like, dude, I wish I was here, and hang out with you, you would have fun with me, you don't know, you would have fun hanging out with me,
Yeah.
So, but it's tough, long distance relationships. That's why they don't work. Like, if you got a girlfriend in New York and you're from San Diego, it doesn't work.
They don't work.
Mm-hmm.
They don't work.
Mm-hmm.
No, Christmas is fun, man. I'm excited about this year. We get to do a lot of fun things, and people travel from Northern California. We have my sister-in-law there, so we're super excited. We'll get together and on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. My father-in-law loves to smoke meat for Christmas Day.
You like to smoke. Just stop there.
He likes to smoke. No, so I think we're doing a ham.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this Christmas, and it's gotten here quickly.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be gone very fast.
Mm-hmm.
And before we know it, we're gonna be New Year's resolution in it.
Mm-hmm. What's your New Year's?
My New Year's resolution?
We're old. We don't do those
I
no
don't
more.
know.
Mm-hmm.
To live one more year.
Mm-hmm.
How about well, I stopped drinking, so I don't worry about that.
Oh, wow.
That's been over a year. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't really do New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
Because everyone says I'm gonna lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to the gym.
That one girl every month she's posting she's at the gym, same size, like
4 months later, eating a torta.
Yeah.
I thought you had the New Year's resolution, girl.
Mm-hmm.
I did. As I'm looking at your burritos right here, bro. Dang.
You still have them right here.
You know those are the fresh tortillas too.
Yeah, Teresa made these this morning.
Jeez.
Costco tortillas are the best, man.
My lady is she loves doing dessert.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, she did
Baking.
Yeah, baking. She did this.
You know what was weird? Go ahead.
She did this dessert, and it was like a churro dessert, but she used saltine crackers and made like a toffee on it, and then put like white chocolate on it with sugar and cinnamon. I think it lasted like a day and a half in the house. So good.
Isaac in high school, they would have baking parties.
Uh-huh.
Me and you would be having parties, drinking parties.
The other baking.
The other.
Yeah, we would
Let's
do 40
bake,
ounces.
bro. Let's bake.
Hey, that's what you did when you were like 22, 21. You're like, everyone's gonna go meet for Christmas. You know where we're going? We're gonna go to the bar.
Yeah.
Meet me at the bar.
Yeah. No, they would have baking parties, and they would come to the house, and 10 little teenage girls and guys, and they would sit there making cakes and cookies and all kinds. They had a blast. They had a
Funny you're
blast.
saying that. I gotta take my son to one of those things today.
Nice.
Yeah, he's going to a little baking party with his friends.
Just bring some home.
Yeah.
Gotta go get some milk and make sure you're prepared for when they come home.
Yum.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm super ready for Christmas. Sounds like Victor's ready for Christmas. And we got a big ups to Centric Auto, right? For sponsoring us here at the In the Loop, North County, baby. You guys just keep subscribing and watching, and we're going to keep dropping some more content. And anything else, man?
No, I just want to let you guys know there's a couple interviews coming up. We're going to have a female pilot.
Ooh.
She's going to be coming up. I think next Tuesday we'll be hanging out with her. So that's going to be fun.
And then Sunday school, baby. Don't forget Sunday school. Another one's dropping this Sunday, yeah?
Yeah, if you haven't seen our Sunday schools, it's pretty cool. We just try to tell a non-religious way story. You know, we don't want to get into like, the religion side of things. And when I say religion, I say like, types.
How you feel?
No, like this type of Christian, that type of Christian, and this religion says it this way or believes in the three gods and the three spirits and it's all one. Like
we leave it open for your imagination.
That's irrelevant. The whole thing is just like let's be good people.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
If you haven't watched any of those episodes, it's pretty cool. Check it out. I'll post it in the links right there. But support us. Give us a like, subscribe. Make a comment that when we see those comments, it hypes us up and let us know that we're doing a good job, so, and share it with your friends, let the word, we want to give more relevant stuff to North County, and if you want to come on and talk and give it your little experience, or you're a business owners and you want to get some exposures, hit us up.
Yeah, we're always open, man. We're always open. It's fun. Thank you again, man. I've had such a great time. We've been doing this 2 weeks?
Yeah,
2 weeks. So it's brand new for us, guys. But I'm having a blast. Let's keep clicking and liking and subscribing, baby.
Let's do it.
Hey, thanks again. You guys have a good Christmas. In the Loop. We'll see you guys next time. All right. Have a good one.
Thank you.